Komisi Pertanian Uni Afrika memperingatkan ancaman El Nino yang diprediksi mencapai puncaknya pada November 2026 hingga Februari 2027. Fenomena ini disebut berpotensi menjadi El Nino terkuat sejak 1950 dan membawa dampak besar bagi berbagai wilayah di Afrika. Ancaman yang diperkirakan muncul meliputi kekeringan parah, banjir besar, gelombang panas berkepanjangan, kelangkaan air, hingga meningkatnya risiko krisis pangan dan penyakit.
It is an imminent risk that demands immediate preparation at national, regional, and continental levels. With these projections, many regions of our continent are likely to experience severe droughts, devastating floods, prolonged heat waves, disruptions to food security, water shortages, disease outbreaks, fire outbreaks, and increased humanitarian needs. These impacts will not only affect vulnerable households, they will also place considerable pressure on national economies, public finances, and regional stability. For example, in the Southern Africa suffered severe droughts that led to 6 countries, being Botswana, Lesotho, Malawi, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, declaring national disasters. The impacts of the 2023-2024 El Nino pushed the SADC region to launch a humanitarian appeal amounting to US $5.5 billion to assist the more than 71 million people who were affected, translating to 17.9% of the SADC population. Agricultural production declined significantly, hydropower generation was disrupted, food insecurity intensified, and millions of people required emergency assistance. At the same time, Eastern Africa endured devastating floods that displaced communities, destroyed infrastructure, and affected millions of lives. Similar climate shocks were experienced across Central and West Africa, demonstrating that no region of our continent is immune from the consequences of climate variability and climate change. The difference between a manageable crisis and a humanitarian disaster will be determined by what we do before the impacts arrive. Across our continent, remarkable progress has been achieved in strengthening risk governance and climate observation networks, improving seasonal forecasting, expanding early warning systems, and developing climate services that support informed decision-making. Various institutions, including ACMAT, regional climate centers, and national meteorological and hydrological services, continue to provide increasingly reliable scientific information that enables governments to anticipate climate risks. Earlier this morning, up until lunch hour, our experts carefully examined the latest scientific evidence and developed comprehensive recommendations for your consideration. I wish to take this opportunity to commend them for the excellent work they've accomplished. Their deliberations have provided a solid technical foundation for the political decisions that we shall make during this ministerial session. The decisions that emerge from this meeting, therefore, must be bold, practical, and implementable. Our citizens expect us to move beyond reports. They expect us to strengthen national preparedness plans, to invest in climate-resilient agriculture. They also expect us to protect water resources and critical infrastructure, as well as expand early warning systems to every village, to every farmer, to every pastoralist, to every vulnerable community, to ensure that no African loses his or her life because critical information failed to reach them in time, and to act with urgency that this moment demands. Together, Let us seize this moment to demonstrate that Africa is not waiting for disaster to happen before taking action. Let us transform this forecast into an opportunity to showcase the power of preparedness, the strength of continental solidarity, and the effectiveness of proactive leadership. Let future generations look back on this moment and say that Africa recognized the warning, Africa acted decisively, and protected its people. The African Union Commission stands ready to work hand in hand with member states, with regional economic communities, specialized institutions, development partners, and the private sector to accelerate implementation, to mobilize resources and support preparedness across the continent. Together we can reduce risks, protect our development gains, and build a more resilient Africa.
Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.